Well guys, basically, don't you hate it when you're shoveling snow because you got yourself a beautiful spring day and you want to get rid of all this snow that's been bugging you for, like, you swear, the last 8 months. So of course you get shoveling away and well, you end up doing something that you figured you would have done probably 4 or 5 years ago. Well, of course, I've got one of those great big nasty snow scoops, the kind that, you know, take like 4 scoop shovels of snow at once. And I finally, the other day, actually broke it. I cracked the scoop to the point where I can't use it anymore. So of course, given the time of year it is, and well, the demand for these things, well, there will be none on the shelf. So therefore I'll have to, well, either make do without one or have to redneck fix this one. Now, how do you propose we fix this? Well, you could probably screw in some of those metal mender plates kind of on each side. You could probably bolt in a chunk of wood on each side kind of to pinch it back together. Well, for me, I'm going to use the same method we use on our ATVs and other items that break. I'm going to drill me a series of holes and pretty much just haywire it back together. It's only got to last, you know, whatever it is, another 2 or 3 weeks until the snow's basically all gone, and then I could toss it because I'm not planning on keeping it, you know, through this summer anyways. Mainly over the last couple of years, the handle has started to fatigue and actually bend in here. I had thought about making a new handle, but now the plastic has given up on me. I might as well just toss the whole thing. The last year or so, it started to wear really bad along this cutting edge, as well as actually break right here too. If I really cared, I probably could drill a couple of holes in here and Frankenstein that back together as well. But you know, as you can see here, it's seen a lot of use, a lot of wear, and well, a lot of abuse as well. So basically guys, for those of you that are familiar with doing this process, we'll drill a larger hole right here just to prevent it from cracking anymore, and then a series of stitching, if you will, along here to kind of suck it all back together, and then pretty much we'll thread our wire on through, and then we should be good to go. Okay guys, so here we go. We're going to drill ourselves a hole in this here scoop. We'll use our 1/4 inch drill bit. It should give a large enough hole to keep that crack from spreading. And basically, there you go. So now we'll change to a smaller drill bit, just slightly larger of course than the wire that we're using. Now if we're using it on an ATV or so, we'd use a coarser gauge wire to give better strength. Now of course, it's just like stitching. You want to make sure there's an equal number of holes on either side of the crack so you can stitch her tight together. You want to leave a fair distance away from the crack itself so you don't happen to you know, re-crack the plastic and making your, you know, job that much more difficult. You probably should also do it on a warmer day. Keep in mind you're dealing with brittle plastic that's been out in the sun for a season, and it's bound to crack, you know, even more. So what I'll do guys is I'll drill the other half of these holes and then we'll get back to the stitching. Okay guys, so all our holes in that are all drilled. We'll take our wire. Now again, this is pretty thin gauge hay wire, but it'll be good for our use. So basically start her in the hole, and you know, again, it's not really rocket science. We'll just pass her on through the other hole. Basically like that. Pull your through a little bit of slack. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat and tighten this up a little bit first before I start with the remaining stitches. Then that way it does give me a little bit of an advantage. So I'll take my cutters and I'll cut off this one area that'll give me trouble. And probably the sun is messing over the program a little, but it's kind of the way it is when you're working this time of day out in the open. So hopefully you've cut that wire long enough that it doesn't mess with you. And then we'll start our remaining of our stitches. Okay guys, so here we go. Just finished doing our, stitching, if you want to call it that. I know it's not the prettiest job, I went and double back on itself to give it kind of double the strength. And then I kind of like stitched back on itself through with other loops to kind of tie the knot, if you will, and then twisted it together. So it should be good, it should hold, and it should be good enough to temporarily last what I want it to do. So throw it back on the old tripod and then we'll move some snow and see if it works. So guys, here we go. We'll call this the test of the scoop to see if the stitching will hold. Okay guys, so there we go. As you see here, the stitching held. It didn't break, it didn't pull out yet. Of course, that was tested on 3 very, very hard, very, very compact snowbanks. Most of the time when I'm shoveling snow, I like to break up the bank before I jam the shovel into it, just to make it easier on the equipment. But guys, I think we can call this a permanent fix for a temporary problem. So, as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's World. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.